Mic check, mic. Hi, I'm Terry, better known as Mr. White Keys, and I am your artisan eyewear Sherpa. I am going to help you trudge through the snow and climb the heights of artisan eyewear. Now today, I have a bit of a teaser. It's just going to be an unboxing video today, and it's going to be unlike the other unboxing videos that I normally do with no sound or anything like that. Today, I'm actually going to show this to you. But it is just a kind of a teaser for the deep dive video, which I'll be doing later. The reason is because I have not yet had lenses made for these. So the lenses that are in these are the lenses that came with the sunglasses. And the reason that is because this piece is so amazing. I literally could not wait for them to make the lenses. I had them send me the sunglasses directly from Tulsa, Oklahoma, so I could put my hands on them and play with them directly, because I could not wait another minute to see what these look like. And I'm gonna share these with you. Now, after we're done with this video, I have to box them back up and send them back to Tulsa, Oklahoma, so they can take the lenses, put the lenses in them, and then send them back to me. Bit of a science project, but you will see why, because this is another T Henri masterpiece. It is T Henri time, ladies and gentlemen. I would argue this is my pièce de résistance. So, let us open the box. Let's see what's in the box. So they sent me this box. All right, that's not very interesting, but I'm gonna open the box, and inside the box, they have this nice tissue paper that says Hicks Brunson Eyewear on it, which I think is just beautiful. So that's actually a nice little touch. And then, of course, as you know, when it comes to unboxing T Henri, they do not spare any expense on the box. When you open a T Henri pair of eyewear, it's like Christmas. In my case, it's like Christmas in May. Okay, so here's the box. Came nicely wrapped in plastic, so it doesn't get any water damage. And let us take a look. This is the box itself. You can see the T Henri logo on the box. And okay, so this is the T Henri box. You can see the gold lettering, T Henri, and this is what we in the optical world affectionately call the T Henri coffin. It's used for the Daytonas that I'm wearing now. So right now what I'm wearing is the T Henri Daytonas, which commemorate the Ferrari Daytona of 1968. By the way, the glasses I'm wearing now are T Henri Daytonas in the blue colorway. They are absolutely just a phenomenal pair of glasses with regard to their bridge fit. You can wear them with just about anything, and I've gotten more compliments on these glasses than I've gotten probably on most of my other glasses. In any case, so these are the Daytonas. Well, that was fun. There was a lot of wind picking up here, and so I ended up having to chase some boxes down the street. So that was a lot of fun on a scooter. Yeah, and anyway, so this is the T Henri box. It is known as the famous T Henri coffin. I don't think T Henri knows that we call it that, so shh. Okay, in any case, there's a purple tab here. So you pull on the tab, and what do you find? So this is the inside of the box. It has a tray in the top of the box, and obviously, shout out to Hicks Brunson Eyewear. I'll leave a link to their channel. Thank you so much for sending these to me. In any case, the first thing that you see is a bundle of materials here. And on the top, there is a certificate of authentication. So there's your certificate of authentication. This is number 80 of 199. But don't be fooled, this literally was the last one in the world. They are sold out worldwide. And here's the back of the certificate. So you get the lifetime warranty, and it also tells you how to care for the product, things like that. The next thing we see is the cleaning cloth, and Tyler Henry is known for their cleaning cloths. So I am opening this with you for the first time. This is the cleaning cloth. I'm almost afraid to open it up because I don't know if I'll be able to fold it in the same way that it was originally folded. But in any case, that's the cleaning cloth. And it's a very heavy satin, very, very nice cleaning cloth. So now once you lift up the tray, it reveals the case inside. So that's the T Henri case. And that's the box. I'm going to set that aside for the moment. So this is the T Henri case. This is the same case that I had with the Daytonas. These are the Daytonas. The Daytonas that I'm wearing now commemorated the 1968 Ferrari Daytona. Of course, Ferrari never officially called it the Daytona, but it gained its nickname after a spectacular finish in the 1968 races. In any case, so here we have the glasses themselves. They come nicely packed. The glasses that I'm about to show you are the T Henri Nettuno, which commemorate the Maserati Nettuno, which is a sports car, in case you didn't know. A lot of T Henri's glasses are inspired by sports cars, which is why I like them a lot. Jacques-Marie Mage likes the Old West, and good for him. I live in the Old West, so I can't get excited about that. In any case, I do like cars a lot, so I can relate to the Tyler Henrys a little better than the Jacques-Marie Mage. So these are the glasses, and I am going to so these are the T Henri Nettunos, commemorating the Maserati Nettuno sports car. You can see that they have a flat, it's sort of like a brow line, similar to something you'd find like an American Optical Sermont or a Ray-Ban Clubmaster, except they turned the pattern upside down, which is what kind of is revolutionary about this. I can't think of another pair of eyewear in the history of eyewear that's done something like this, where they put the thick acetate on the bottom and the exposed eyewire on the top. And this eyewire is 18 karat gold. And my first impression when I pulled this out of the package was, wow, that gold is a lot shinier than it looked in the picture. So I think it also has to do with how the gold color interplays with the trefoil colorway, which is this translucent green colorway, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. Now, again, we've got flat exposed eyewire here. The eyewire itself is quite thick. It's about 6 millimeters thick. And of course, you've got the 7-barrel hinges, just like you do in the Daytonas. In fact, I think these are the same hinge as you would find in the Daytonas. So these are number 80 of 199. And you see the T Henri logo on the other side. On the outside, hopefully you can see this, you can see a counterweight. The counterweight goes at the end of the temple arm to balance the weight, so that when you put these on, which I'm going to do now, so when you put these on, although it's thick acetate, the weight just disappears once you get it on your face. So in any case, and then you've got the Corning work on the side, which I'll show you a detail in just a moment. I have a fly here that just seems to be in love with me. I don't know what is going on. But in any case, so you can also do kind of one of these, you know, you could do the, like, I don't know who would buy these and turn them into a reader, but it is possible, you know. And I'm getting a little older, so maybe this is kind of an appropriate look for me at my age. Okay. But in any case, so these are the T Henri Nettunos in the trefoil colorway. Let's take a look at the core wire. There's the core wire. Just gorgeous work on the core wire. And what I think is really interesting about this is when I looked at the core wire, I love the pattern, and the pattern is beautiful, but what I realized about the pattern is that they're tire tracks. Oh my God, it's such a guy thing. I mean, they're tire tracks. So that was pretty cool. The other thing they could be is, it could be like a burnout, or it could be a single tire with the radials exposed, and so you can see the radials and then the, you know. So it's a very interesting pattern, and then they repeat that pattern in the eye wire here, on the top of the eye wire. And the other thing that's cool is you can see the gold eye wire through the acetate, which is just a really unique look. And it also has that constructionist mindset, so you can see there are screws here in the back, here and here, but none of the screws touch your face, so they're not uncomfortable. And then there are screws in the top that allow you to pull the eye wire out of the acetate. So I imagine as delightful as these glasses are to you and me, to an optician, they're probably a nightmare, because it looks like it's a bit of a science project to try to pull them out and change the lenses. In any case though, this is the Nettuno, my pièce de résistance. Stay tuned. I am going to do a deep dive video on this once I get the lenses made. The lenses that I'm going to put in these, the color I'm going to use is a double gradient. It will be hickory to croc. So specifically hickory 2 to crocodile, which is in the catalog. If you want something like that, you just talk to Hicks Brunson Eyewear. They have it in the catalog. So I'm going to do it. I'll probably do it at about a 40%, because I do want them to be dense. I want someone to be able to see my eyes, but I also want them to be able to see the color. I want the color to kind of be in the foreground. I have lots of light tints and clear glasses and things like that, right? This one, I think I'm going to lean into it a little bit, because I do like the way these look, and I want it to be kind of a sunglass-ish style, even if they're designed for indoor use. So that's what I'm going to do. And for the transition, I'm going to do a extra active graphite green, which I think will go fantastic with these. In any case, that's all I've got for you today. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the deep dive video for the T Henri Nettunos. Thank you for watching. Hi, I'm Terry, better known as Mr. White Keys, and I am your artisan eyewear Sherpa. I am going to help you trudge through the snow and climb the heights of artisan eyewear like no one you've ever seen. That was stupid.